Welcome into the Chiefs Report just moments after a massive win over the San Francisco 49ers. I'm your host, Harrison Graham. Appreciate you guys for clicking on today's postgame show. Chiefs top the Niners 44-23. If I'm sounding a little hazy, it's because we had a lot of fun during our watch party. Subscribe and join us next time. What a win. I mean, seriously, Patrick Mahomes, 423 yards and 3 touchdowns. Did have an early pick, but he more than made up for it. Isaiah Pacheco got the start. Not a huge game, but 43 yards, over 5 yards per carry. JuJu, second big game in a row. This offense responded in a major way after a bit of a disappointing effort against Buffalo last week. 44 points on the number one overall defense in the NFL. That is a demolition, and that's where we'll start here on today's postgame show. We will, let's get the dubs in the chat. I mean, come on. Type W, type dub. You're good to go. Get the dubs going in the comment section because what a win. Chiefs 5-2. Chargers lost, so a full game up on them. Plus, you beat them head-to-head, so you're in a good spot in the AFC West. Get the W's flowing down in the comment section. Let's talk about the offense. Patrick Mahomes, I mean, round of applause, buddy. 25 of 34, 423, 3 touchdowns and a pick. That's a bounce-back game after throwing a late pick against Buffalo. Threw an early pick in this one, you're thinking, oh, man, ended the last game poorly, started this one poorly, but Chiefs got down 10-0 in this one and then 44-13 the rest of the way. This was demolition derby for Kansas City's offense. Shout out Mahomes, shout out Bieniemy, shout out Andy Reid. This was an impressive showing for this Chiefs offense, and it obviously starts with number 15, who played fantastic. 423. I don't care who you're playing against. You throw for 400 yards in the NFL, you're doing something right. And Travis Kelce, Mr. Reliable, great game for him. 6 catches, 98 yards on 8 targets. I thought he was fantastic for this Chiefs offense. Just came out with some big catches overall. Had a touchdown negated at one point, but put his head down, kept making plays. Get the 87s going in the chat, by the way. I thought he was terrific for this team as well. Travis Kelce showing up, showing out. He just continues to amaze at 33 years old. Who was today's MVP? What do you think? Mahomes? I mean, it'd be hard to go against the quarterback. He throws for 4 bills. That's going to be tough to top. I'll say Patrick Mahomes, but let me know. Maybe you think it's the head coach, Andy Reid, bouncing back after last week's loss. Let me know in the comments who was today's MVP. How about Mecole Hardman? 3 touchdowns today. These are just the receiving numbers, but 3 total touchdowns, 2 rushing on end arounds. Caught a touchdown as well. Breakout game for Mecole Hardman. That's really nice to see. And he can do those things. Get him more involved. Get him some touches. This was a nice little breakout for him. I was glad to see that. Mecole Hardman is a guy you can do different things with. Had some nice catches. Took a couple jet sweeps to the crib. 3 total touchdowns. Hat trick for Mecole Hardman. That was nice. And hey, I told you before the season, and I'll say it again here, if there's a receiver on this roster that can be a number 1, it's JuJu Smith-Schuster. I think there's a bunch of number 2s and 3s on this team with Hardman and Valdes-Scantling, JuJu, but if anyone can emerge and be a number 1, it's JuJu. 113 yards and a touchdown last week, 124 and a touchdown this week. And by the way, how about the efficiency? 7 catches on 8 targets. Last week, 5 catches on 5 targets. It's working. This combination between Mahomes and JuJu is working, so keep building on that if you are Kansas City's offense. He's playing really well the last couple weeks. The late touchdown, kind of a bust, I guess, in coverage, but the yards after the catch was impressive. Great block by Valdes-Scantling, who had a great game of his own. 3 catches, 111 yards for MVS, including a 57-yarder late in the game that helped ice the game. He was terrific. JuJu was terrific. This offense just fired on all his cylinders. And one shout-out to the offensive line, too. The offensive line played terrific in this game. 1 sack allowed, 1 to Nick Bosa. He beat Andrew Wiley 1 time. That's it. You take that all day long. That was an impressive showing for the offensive line and for the offense as a whole. Hey, subscribe to the channel and turn on those notifications. Listen, we're publishing videos every single day. We'll have a video on Monday as well. Normally we go live on Monday, but no live show this Monday. But we will have a video, and the first 5 people who comment on that show are going to get a shout out on a video later in the week. So if you want to be one of the first commenters, you better turn noties on, because as soon as the video goes up on the channel, you will get notified if you have notifications turned on. So subscribe, turn on noties, select all after you click that notification bell because there's a couple different options. There's like personalize all. Select all. That means every time we post a video, you are going to get notified on your phone. So hit that sub button, turn on the noties, and join the movement here at the Chiefs Report. Talk about the defense here. Jimmy Garoppolo's raw stats look pretty good, but the Chiefs made some big plays. They sacked Jimmy G for a sack. Or for a safety, excuse me. They picked him off in the end zone. He threw one off his back foot. Josh Williams, shout out to the Rook for getting his first interception. Sure, 303, 2 scores and a pick. It's a pretty good day for Jimmy G, but I thought the Chiefs made timely plays defensively, especially kind of into the middle and later part of the game. Early on, San Francisco was moving the ball pretty well, but I thought the defense did a pretty good job. Good to see Josh Williams. And how about Frank Clark? 2 sacks, including the safety. He blew past Trent Williams. Seriously, he blew the F past Trent Williams. That's good to see from Frank Clark. It's been a while since he's had a major impactful game. He had one today. Good for him. Good for this defense to continue to play well. Held the Bills to 24 last week. Hold the Niners to 23 this week at their stadium. Pretty good for Spags. Shout out Steve Spagnuolo in the comments. All right, BetUS, today's sponsor here on the Chiefs Report. If you want to go bet on games, there's one place to do it. It's chatsports.com/ChiefsBet. Promo code Chiefs125. Put down $100. You are going to get $125 for free, but you got to go to our link and you got to use our promo code. It starts with chatsports.com/ChiefsBet. Promo code Chiefs125. Go bet on the Chiefs. They were only a 1-point favorite this week. That was easy money. You can make some money with BetUS. All right, more thoughts here on the Chiefs Report. Chris Jones was getting good pressure in this game. Willie Gay had a nice return, missed 4 games, had, I think, 8 or 9 tackles, led the team, I believe, in tackles. I thought he was all over the place. A couple things we do need to talk about on the negative side. Sky Moore dropped a punt. He's muffed 2 now. Luckily, this one didn't cost you, but because you picked it off a couple plays later in the end zone. But, dude, you can't muff punts, man. I would put Mecole Hardman back there. I just would. He's more explosive. He catches the ball more consistently. Has Sky Moore had a single impactful return this year? I'm fine getting him involved on offense, but he doesn't catch the ball consistently, and he doesn't have dynamic ability when he catches the punt. So why is he back there? He's not sure-handed. If he was sure-handed, sure, but he's not. He's muffed too. He blew the Colts game with that muff punt, and that muff punt could have really cost the Chiefs today before they blew it open in the second half, but that was not good. That was not good whatsoever. Harrison Butker missed a field goal at the end of the first half after quite frankly, questionable call against Jerick McKinnon on a chop block. I thought that was BS, honestly. He completely whiffed, first of all, and he was outside the tackle box. I thought that was a bad call. But, listen, I mean, you win 44-23 against any team in the NFL, you're playing well. The Niners are a good team, and you went into their crib and embarrassed them. So, good bounce-back win. Chiefs are 5-2. Chargers fall to 4-3 with the loss. The Raiders got a win, but they're still way back at 2-4. Denver sucks. We don't even care about them. So grade the Chiefs today overall. A, B, C, D, or F. It's got to be an A or an A-. Maybe it's not an A+. There were some mistakes, but overall, I think it's something to be happy about. A, B, C, D, or F. Let me know what you guys think. Hit me up on social media at HGramNFL on Twitter, at HGramNFL on Instagram. Thanks to you guys for joining us on our watch party. Thanks for watching today's postgame show. If you have any Chiefs questions, hit me up, and we're going to get out of here. We're good, Trace. We don't need to get there. At HGramNFL. We'll be back on Monday with the video. Turn on noties. That way you're one of the first commenters, and we'll give you a shout-out on a future video.